AJR is a pretty divisive band if you ask the internet. You're gonna find people on all ends of the spectrum, including but not limited to the people who absolutely love AJR and the people who absolutely hate and despise AJR with a passion. Me myself, I've kind of been on the center lane. I know of AJR, know a variety of songs, love a couple, like a couple, some are okay and some are meh. And last week they released their newest studio album, The Maybe Man, to which a lot of people in the comment section have asked if I was going to listen to, and I did. And I left the album having a lot of thoughts. And one of the first sentences I said when the album was over is that I think I hate AJR now. Cause this album has done something that's so rare for albums to do upon first listen for me. It made me cry. Because it was full of songs and messages I needed to hear at this point in my life. Absolutely love this album. And we're gonna go through track by track and tell you what I liked, what I didn't like, and what just made me go all emotional. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, hope you're having a good day today. Hope your day's going well and hope it continues to go well. This is supposed to be a full-on reaction video, but that video got blocked by YouTube, so we're doing an album review instead. So let's go. Here is my review of The Maybe Man by AJR. Starting off with our title track, Starting off with the first song, our title track, The Maybe Man. It gives you an overview of what the whole album is about, trying to find out who you are. And this just comes at you right out of the gate, non-stop, proposing all these questions of, maybe if I was a rock, no, maybe if I was a dog, what if I was God or an actor on a TV show? And ending with the sentence, I don't know who the hell I am. It's a great overview of the rest of the album, of trying to find out who you really are. The only part I didn't like upon initial listen was the very end, where it goes 1, 2, pandemonium into this whole other section. But upon listening to it more, I realize, oh, this section is just your mind, when you're asking yourself all these questions, your mind just spiraling downhill, then you're just thinking so much. I'm thinking too much, help me. That's a 21 Pilots quote, not an AJR quote, but still, it works here. And your mind just keeps spiraling down into pandemonium. So the section absolutely works. It's a great song, perfect as the first song on the album. Some of my favorite lyrics in here, I wish I could act in a show on TV, because then I could practice not being me. I'll practice my cry put into my reel, but you won't believe me when I cry for real. So good. Then we go into Touchy Feely Fool, a song about wishing that you were more abrasive, that you could wake up one morning and just go tell someone off and just quit caring about someone. But ultimately, in the situation that you're in as a touchy-feely fool, no matter what, they could scream at you, they can just be so mean, but you'll crawl back to them the next day. It's quite an enjoyable song. I danced to it upon first listen. I still dance to it. And one of my favorite parts of the song, instrumentally, is at the end of the song, where it goes into the Someday section, where the vocals get thrown with a lot of autotune. They use the autotune as an effect, rather than just a typical form of pitch correction. And you can hear that throughout the woo part at the end there. It's really cool. Love it when autotune is used as an effect rather than a form of pitch correction. I don't mind pitch correction whatsoever. I do the music thing. I'm supportive 100%. But when it's used as an effect like that, fantastic. It's great. Yes, I'm a Mess is an interesting song because it's your typical AJR song, more in the pop direction, with a flute that has a pitch bend, something that AJR loves to do. Pitch bending instruments that typically don't have bended pitch, such as the piano in Bang. But this song is more Western, which is a vibe and I certainly dig. Lyrically, I love it because it's talking about, at least to me, how I gather the lyrics, about just like getting completely drunk, just blowing up your life, such as pissing off all your friends and they're all calling you and texting you, telling off your boss, and just all else leaving town. So I spent last night blowing up my life, now you won't see me again. I quite enjoy that, and also I hate my guts when the sun comes up, like waking up being hungover. But I like myself like this. I like being in that self-destructive behavior of being drunk. So lyrically, it's interesting, and I certainly do enjoy it. Musically, like I said, it's your typical AJR pop song that's just more of a Western feel. It's a vibe. The best bit is at the end when the song goes into halftime and everything that's in the song just slows down to this new groove. It's so good. The only line I really don't care for happens in the chorus, and that is, here's to the front, here's to the back, and cheers to the 2010s. But overall, quite enjoy the song. Danced a lot to it first listen. The Dumb song is very fun musically. One, has a guitar in it, so immediately it's right up my alley. The whole song reminds me of like indie pop, which I love. So immediately bonus points for that. In the chorus with those backup vocals from the other guys, fantastic as well. And speaking of the chorus, man, oh, how I relate to that chorus. Don't look at me, don't look at me, I'm just too dumb. I'd love to stay, but like you say, don't look at me, cause I got nothing in my head. Oh, my head. Man, how I feel that on a daily basis. But song, really good. And like I said, man, there's a guitar in it, so immediately perks up my alley. But man, just that chorus, too relatable. Inertia to me is the best song off of the album. It's the most interesting. Lyrically, I love using Isaac Newton's theory of relativity into lyrics. Like, who thought of that? That is super cool. I love that we start off talking about a pair of the same skinny jeans that he's been wearing forever, and then we get later in the song, I'm stuck in this life, I'm stuck in these pants. So just immediately there. Musically, insanely cool. Like, the whole song is just super, super cool. I love the Inertia vocals, and then like that just gets dropped later to where all the effects in that vocal is just the guys all saying Inertia together. Like, it's so good. I was just so dumbfounded, blown away upon first listen. I'm like, this is so... Also, it didn't help that I was dumb. I couldn't pronounce Inertia. I think I called it Inertia, because I'm bad at words. But no, amazing song. Hands down, best song off of the album for me. Like, upbeat wise, best song. And also musically, I love how the song is in 6/8 and is just like super nice, super flowy. And one of the most relatable lines in this song for me is, I said I would start working out, but I'm hungry, and screw you, I'm trying. Weirdly enough, that line has been something that's been living in the back of my head for years. In many, many shapes and forms. Like, this is the exact thing, but like a paraphrase version of that lyric, because I relate to that line way, way too hard. Turning Out Part 3, in my opinion, is the weakest of the turning outs. Like, I had to go back and listen to 1 and 2, and I started crying at those. And getting back to this one, I was like, yeah, but the other two are better. To me, this one is one of the weaker songs of the album, but still good. About like, you know what, I've had time, I've been on these dating apps and finally meeting someone. And one of the lines I find interesting in here, as like it's going on, I'm starting now, let's get a house, though I'm worried what doubt, is this how we turn out? Hey, I love how you're laughing when we're alone, yada yada yada. But something that caught my eye upon rereading the lyrics just now is, where is it? And I'm half yours, and you're all mine. Like, listen, you're all mine, but I'm only half of you. It's like maybe not all in from one party involved. And the song just completely ends with, hey, take it one day at a time, kid. Don't overthink it. Love isn't big, kid. It's little and quiet. Let's do today. I think you'll turn out to like it. So overall, it's a good song, but for me, Hole in the bottom of my brain, or Hit Bomb, as I've seen people abbreviate online. I've seen a lot of people say that this is the weakest song on the album. I've seen people that say that they just don't like the song at all. But for someone who goes through imposter syndrome, who does YouTube and like social media stuff Weirdly, anyone who's like has any small following on social media, on the bottom of my brain is actually kind of relatable, because it's just talking about, hey, listen, all the comments, all the likes, all the hearts, hey, instant gratification for that little tiny spot in my brain that doesn't get gratification a lot. It just needs that little ego boost. And it's like, weirdly enough, it's relatable. Now, while it's like the marching feel and the key changes, like, it's okay musically. Lyrically, though, I love it. And weirdly enough, the end kind of reminds me of World's Smallest Violin in a way. How World's Smallest Violin just starts going on a rabbit trail at the end before it ends, so let me play my violin for you. This song kind of goes on a rabbit trail. While it doesn't like pick up the tempo or pick up the pace, staying at a consistent tempo throughout, it just keeps going off the trail until it gets to the hole in the bottom of my brain. So overall, musically, okay, lyrically, heavy relatable to the lyrics. And after that one where I heavily related to the lyrics, we get to the first song that made me cry so much. The DJ is crying for help. Man, the lyrics in this one, some of them cut way deep for me personally, just because lyrics in this one, super relatable. Super relatable. It's hard for me to pinpoint one in here, but like, I just lost it when I first listened to it. And like, it's something like the past me was feeling, like still to a certain degree me currently, really all 2023 me has been feeling. So I needed to hear it. And like, I know the song was released before the Maybe Man came out. I haven't listened to it but prior, but still, it was what I needed to hear. Musically, oh, that violin just going all ham in it. Like, just that violin, just so fun. So fun. Musically, it's great. Lyrically, beautiful. And I cry. I was listening to it at work yesterday and like just holding back tears on that. And like, it's so good. I Won't is upbeat and dancey. It was what I needed to hear after crying and the DJ was crying out for help. But yeah, no, it's another typical made for, is that a fly? It's a made for radio song that I heard on TikTok quite frequently. Reminds me a lot of Peaches by Justin Bieber, weirdly enough. But it's a good song, dance to it. Might not be 100% up my alley. Indeed, that is a fly up there. But still, good song nonetheless, and definitely is a perk back up after crying to the last one. Steve's Going to London is a cool song for me personally, because in a way it reminds me of Beatles-esque stuff. But what I love the most about the song is that it tells you what the song is clearly about if you're confused about the chorus. Why is Steve going to London? Why did Dan pee in the pool? So on and so forth. And it tells you right in verse 1. There's a song that don't mean anything at all, and it sounds like Steve's going to the line. I love it. And then just talks about the songwriting process and, hey, what am I going to write a song about? Oh, let's write a song about songwriting through the bridge of the song. To me, it's super cool. I kind of love it when songwriters get meta and talk about songwriting, such as Tyler Joseph in Chlorine by 21 Pilots, or Paul Meady in that one Mute Matt song off of I'm Super Tired, I forget at the moments. It's gonna bother me though. But no, the song in a weird music songwriter way, I love it. And someone who's frustrated that he can't write lyrics at all at the moment, or in general, it's what I needed to hear, because it just reminded me, you know what? Lyrics don't matter. People will find their own meaning in these songs. Even if the song is pointless and it sounds like Steve's going to London. And now for the song that completely shattered my heart. God is really real. So like, I was immediately like, okay, like finger picky guitar. And I remember watching it, like reading the lyrics as it's going by on the screen, on first listen. I'm just, it's a hard song. it is a hard song for me to listen to just because, like, thinking about it, I just get emotional. It just cuts. The whole song, just beautiful lyrically. And, like, just about their dad. I'm assuming this is about their dad. And just, like, that there's something wrong with the dad, that he's in the hospital and he can't get out of bed. Like, that just ruined me. Like, I cried a lot with the DJs crying for help. Then with this one, just shattered me, and I was just bawling my eyes out more. After dancing my heart out to I Won't and Steve's Going to London, you get this one. And then before there's a break in the action when I'm like emotionally okay, we get into the final song, which made me cry more. Because 2085 equally ruined me. And I just want to pull up the Spotify canvas, those little visual things they play in the background. Because this whole summary of the album and just how I feel about a lot of things. And ties perfectly with the lyrics. Like, listen, I know the song's a contradictory because of how happy it sounds, but the lyrics are so down because the lyrics, man, they emotionally ruin me. If someone told me I'd die at 40, I would have spent my time in bed, written my dumb songs, my growing up songs I should have grown up instead. Immediately I feel tears forming behind the eyes. And, like, just keeps on going and asking, and, like, I smile when I cry to hide what I felt. I'm doing fine, speak for yourself, I should have asked for help. Again, ruins me, and, like, the song just goes on. And, like, did I make you proud? Did I screw this up? I spent my whole life trying to be liked. It just ruins me, like, just hits me in my core. And then just that you've got to get better, you're all that I've got, whether that be talking about a significant other or whether it be talking about yourself, because sometimes all you got is yourself. And then just tying everything back by going back into, like, the Maybe Man at the end of the song, and just, like, is it too late to figure out who I am? You know what, is this me? If it is me, I'm going to try my best, and maybe that's just who the hell I am. And I just, but, like, emotionally, this whole album wrecked me, because each song, like, a little tiny seed of, like, what I needed to hear in certain moments, stuff like I found relatable in my life, just planted in there, where there's these overt messages, like in this song, lyrically, or the DJ's crying for help, or it's just like, we're going to ruin you emotionally now. You're going to be crying a lot in the sec, bud. And yeah, no, this album was amazing. It was an amazing listen through. I loved it. Am I going to listen to all the songs again? Maybe not, maybe I will, but there are songs here that I absolutely love and adore, and I have blasted on repeat since the album has come out, such as Inertia, the DJ's crying for help, God's Really Real in 2085, because I just want to feel pain. I just want to cry all the time. But even songs like I'm a Mess, I quite enjoy, even though, like, it's the typical AJR stuff, it's still a vibe, and I quite enjoy it a lot. If I had to give this album a rating, I would rate it 8 out of 10. It's an amazing album. I think everyone should listen to it. Has amazing songs, amazing lyrics, amazing production, and amazing musical arrangements. If there are songs that are skips, yeah, I would say so myself, because I'm maybe not all the time not going to be in the mood to listen to Hole in the Bottom of My Brain, or maybe not all the time Steve's Going to London, though I love it so much, or I Won't, or so on. But overall, the album is more positive than negative in my personal opinion. I love it. I can see why many people consider it an album of the year contender. Personally, it is up in contention of the top 5 for me personally right now. With a bit more debate, I'll decide all that later. But let me know what you guys think of it down in the comment section below. What do you think of The Maybe Man by AJR? Like I said, this is supposed to be... Let me know in the comment section below. Yes, we switched to a phone because the GoPro died, so I'm gonna edit this and go to bed. Anyway, we'll see you all Monday. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything this weekend for the channel. I need a little tiny weekend out, but I'll see you all Monday for something, definitely. Goodbye. And more importantly, have a good day, and I'll see you later.